Like, now people are dying because they're using their brains at blackjack. Hey, I'm Colin.
I'm Loudon Ofton.
We're a couple of card counters, and we will be reacting to scenes of card counting in movies.
This is the classic.
The classic.
This is the one movie that everybody refers to when you mention, I'm a card counter, and they say, oh, like Rain Man?
The thing about this movie is they equate card counting to being a savant that somehow knows everything exactly how it's going to happen, and they'll work out that way, which is pretty different from card counting. Card counting is knowing when the odds are in your favor and playing with the odds slightly in your favor, not knowing exactly what cards are going to come out when and how.
It is very magical, you know, this sort of idealizes, like, what if I could go into the casino and know I was going to win?
Well, that's every gambler's dream.
Yeah.
That they could have a complete 100% chance of winning every time they're in the casino.
You know, and it's probably every card counter's dream too, except that we know the reality.
There are those nights as a card counter where it feels like this, where you're just winning every hand and you feel like you can't do anything wrong, but there are almost as many nights where it's the opposite.
How long have they been playing?
Oh my gosh, well there's a, now you just bet like $7,000.
Doing well. I'm happy for you.
What do you see?
Well, he's not catching the whole card, and he's not pass posting us.
They're not catching the whole card. That means they're not seeing the dealer's down card, which would be a way to get the edge. He says they're not pass posting, they're not cheating, adding a chip on top of their bet. So it's got to be something because they're winning.
I like how the person who's speaking with knowledge is also wearing a security guard uniform.
Like a sheriff's uniform. The guy working in surveillance looks like he's also going to book you downtown.
Right.
I don't see him using a computer.
No, he's not, but something's not right. You know there's no one in the world can count at this 6-deck shoe.
Okay, so they say he's not using a computer. Originally, these shoe computers were legal and people used them to beat casinos for tons of money. The casinos didn't like it, so they ruled any device a form of cheating. They basically passed the legislation to say, you can't use a device, you gotta use your brain. It would be really nice if casinos thought that no one can count a 6-deck shoe, because I would say that's 90% of what we do.
They thought that, and then it proved not to be true, so now they have 8-deck shoes to believe that nobody can count through.
And we can count an 8-deck shoe.
Hey guys, did you find it?
Nope.
Oh. Check this out.
I have that book. So he reads a book on the way to Vegas, and now he's an expert card counter. How much time would you say it took you to learn?
Well, I went really fast because I wanted to prove myself, so I did in a month. Well, I think most people take maybe 3 or more months to learn and perfect.
Yeah, if you treat it like a full-time job, you could learn it in a month, but not on the way to Vegas. Oh,
He's watching, he's counting.
He's moving his lips while counting.
Hey, these seats taken? Feel free.
So they're doing a team play where they got multiple people in on the operation here. I have a math degree, and it would be nice if I could use my math degree as a card counter, but to be honest, there isn't anything above 4th grade math involved in card counting. That's not to say it's easy. It takes a ton of practice, but it's not complex equations you're doing in your brain at the table. It's simple math, just really fast over and over and over.
Shut up, bitches!
That's a lot of money.
And again, he's got a $10,000 bankroll, but he's betting something like $20,000 a hand. You should never bet more than maybe 0.5% of your entire bankroll on a single hand, probably even less than that. But so there they are.
The question is, what was his risk of ruin to get in the space of whatever, half an hour to where he's betting?
If you're gonna bet with that high of risk, you might as well just gamble. I mean, you're gambling anyway.
Yeah,
Card counting, it's not really doing much for you.
Because if you go all in on the first bet, that's a gamble. It's like a 50-50.
But that's just like the Rainman, where it's this Hail Mary, here's a skill where we're gonna win every hand to get us out of this bind. Card counting is a lot more boring than that. It's an investment. You bet a small proportion. It takes hundreds of hours for the math to work out, but that's not Hollywood. Oh, he's got signals. Chapstick means stay. You'd be doing chapstick a lot.
Splitting 5.
You'd split it. Okay. When do you split fives?
Never.
Never. So this is kind of like the movie The Card Counter, where the most basic part of card counting is knowing how to play every hand. And in that movie, the guy's not playing the hands properly. No amount of card counting will help you when you don't know how to play the hands properly.
Hey, come on! He can't lose!
The players in these movies keep getting dealt blackjacks, which it is better for the player than the dealer, but the dealer's gonna get blackjacks too. You don't win every hand as a card counter. You actually lose more hands than you win as a card counter. You just win more money as a card counter eventually, but in the movies, you win every hand.
I wanna see a few Hollywood scenes where they're like laboring over hitting a 12. You know?
I think the pit boss is watching you.
Okay, so they're getting some heat. That's real.
Oh, I want to do that. Flip off the INS guy.
All right, heat's coming down hot and heavy now. She's creating a distraction.
Was he on his way to back him off? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think they saw that he was about to get backed off, so they created a diversion. The problem with that is he still has to cash out whatever it is, $100,000 in chips. If they're going to back him off, they're going to back him off when he cashes out. And they just need to get out. There's this thought of, oh, well, if he gets backed off, then they can't cash out the chips. No, you can still get your money. You just can't play blackjack anymore. They were done anyway, but it's more dramatic to have this big, back off scene barely averted. We took our entire blackjack team to the premiere of this movie to watch, and we sat there and laughed the whole time.
Laughed our heads up.
You ever hear of basic strategy?
All right, he's got his spotter at one table, kind of a full table.
So the signal is crossing her arms, but she gave this big giant look before it.
I'm gonna stare at you and then cross my arms.
Changing 10,000.
Sweet. Too sweet.
So she's giving a code word so that he knows what the count is, so he knows what to bet. There we go.
8, the count's still plus 16. 10, minus 1, counts plus 15.
Spending a lot of time already. Okay.
He needs to get better at counting if this is really what's going through his brain. Oh my gosh, what kind of futuristic blackjack table is that? Glass?
Oh, splitting tens?
Yeah, there are times that you might do that.
Oh, got another 10, you can split it again. Oh,
Oh.
she didn't split it.
Well, maybe the count dropped.
True.
Now she is, okay. that doesn't make it.
No. Someone did something wrong.
Yeah, if it was worth doing it later, it was worth doing the hand before, but they didn't. Right. So whoever made this scene, it's like they did enough research to get close, but not enough to be accurate.
And then it went all the way when they should never be splitting tens against an 8.
That is a ridiculous move that no one would do. No card counter would do. But hey, it worked. And the casino doesn't like it.
So hold up. Hey, what?
Okay, so, all right, they're putting hands on them. I don't know what world this TV show is in, but in America, if they put their hands on you because you're counting cards, you lawyer up because you are using your brain, you are doing everything legal. They are not allowed to physically grab you, detain you against your will, nothing like that. You haven't somehow broken some law where your rights no longer matter.
Listen, don't make a scene. We just want to have a talk.
I'll be back for that.
I wouldn't leave my chips on the table if I was going anywhere. And I wouldn't be going anywhere with somebody who's inviting me to a back room who's a casino security person.
This is one of the things I feel like Hollywood has done card counters the biggest disservice by acting like card counters are cheaters. And when you're a cheater, then you no longer have rights. They can do whatever they want to you. And that's not true. And then secondly, leaving tens of thousands of dollars at the table. No, you're going to bring that with you. You're going to get on your phone, call your lawyer, and not let them violate your rights.
I like that splitting 10s against an 8 made the casino so mad.
What's the problem?
You're cheating.
The hell I am.
Oh, cheating.
Counting
The
cards.
C word.
You're
Cheating.
counting the cards that have been played to improve your odds.
That's a skill. How is that cheating?
It's cheating because we say it is.
Cheating because we
Okay.
say it is.
Here's what's going to happen. You and your little friend here are banned, and the money you tried to steal from us is forfeit. Now get the hell out of here.
We've got gaming protection that is there to defend the rights of both the casino and the player. And the casino, like maybe 60 years ago, they were owned by the mafia, and they might throw their weight around. Not anymore. They can't just say it's cheating because we say so, and you're stealing from us because you're using your brain. No, we are playing the game by their rules, using our brains just like any other player is welcome to do. They just can tell us they don't want us to play anymore because they're sore losers and don't want winning players at the table. They can do that. They can't take your money. They can't pull you, grab you, bring you into a back room, nothing like that.
I like how the two card counters, one was like, hey, I know my rights, and then the other one's like, totally afraid. Like they weren't on the same page before they started this adventure.
And if David and I owned a casino and someone was trying to count cards and split 10s against an 8 or a 9, we would welcome them back with open arms.
Count the money that would roll in.
Maybe look and see if they're doing some more advanced skill, but they probably aren't.
I want my money.
That cash is forfeit. Now this can go one of two ways. You can walk through that exit, or we'll carry you up.
We didn't cheat.
Shut up.
I said shut up!
Wow.
Okay, the moment he slaps her, that lawsuit went from
Backhanded
5
her.
figures to 6 or 7 figures. Like backhanding her for using her brain. Some people would welcome that from a casino employee because the settlement is going to make you a lot of money. Oh, but now she's kicking ass. Knives are involved. A gun. What's next? A bazooka? Yeah. Oh my God. Now people are dying because they're using their brains at blackjack. You think they head back to the blackjack table and start playing?
Like the count's still high. Let's get in there. Wow, that was a wild ride.
That escalated very quickly. I think the most dramatic casino interaction I've had is them saying, you need to give us our money back, and me saying, no thanks, I'd like to cash out and leave, and then I cashed out and left. Never escalated to knife and gunfights.
Maybe once or twice they put their hands on me in a way that wasn't right.
That's right.
But, I said I'm going to my car, walking away, gave them the opportunity to kidnap me, and they didn't do that, so I went to my car.
Know your rights, kids. Know your rights. All right, you saw what card counting is probably not like in the Hollywood version. If you want to see what it's really like and learn how to beat the game of blackjack, you can subscribe below or go to blackjackapprenticeship.com.